Hi, welcome back for some more crazy pages. Alright, I finished this one today, and what I did here was, this is mostly Ayala's art, which is Martha. She's the one who does the crazy pages. I got these butterflies from her envelope, and this brownish bluish color back here is the crazy page she sent the first time. So I was looking for something to go with this girl in the brown colors, and I had some blue. I thought that would be good, so that's it. And this is magazine cutout. Ta-da! This I stuck a hand here. Not sure why, but I did. And I did this crazy background. Now Sandy Box sent me this paper, and it had little white birds. It always reminded me of the beach with seagulls and little Pied Pipers kind of birds. And I put this girl on here, and she got stuck a little bit in some spots, so she got a little spotty. But you know what? I'm just gonna leave it like it is. It looks fine. Anyway, she's throwing little seeds at the birds right there. Throwing little seeds. Oh, there goes the phone. This one is the other side of Sandy Box's paper, which was just a silhouette of a woman. And I put this butterfly on here. And I found this butterfly. I googled butterfly quotes, and I came up with this one. There's nothing in a caterpillar that tells you it's going to be a butterfly. So I went with that, because then I went to this girl, and this is the page I got from Esther in Art by Esther, and I put this model on it with another butterfly sticker like this one behind her. And this is a cutout of a ring I put around her head, and I did more butterflies. So I really like the way this came out. And it's almost like this book was the caterpillar in the cocoon and turned into a beautiful butterfly. Yes. Well, you've seen this one. This one mostly by Kate Stewart. She sent in these background papers, the eco prints, and there was a paper with the little stars punched out. And this little card is from Nikki. I'll just put it there because I like the colors. I think went well with it. And this one was Marianne Mott, which I still need to do something to this. I'm not sure what yet. And this one was Bea Grob. And this one was Linda Israel. And she sent the paper. And Sandy Box sent a card, which I cut out the elephants. This is my page in the back, the one I did to send off for the swap. And I cut this paper doll out of a Somerset Studio magazine. This is Chelsea's page. She sent a full page of this right here, and I sliced it in half, well, kind of diagonally, and this is like what's left over from it. Yeah. And I made two pockets here, and I put these mermaids. It's a cutout from a magazine I had of some mermaid stuff in the back, and I'm gonna mostly use this to put things in. She also sent me this cute little ATC card, and that's where I got the idea of the mermaids. This one I just did with my own stuff because I felt like it. Trying to make up stuff with the crazy pages that I got from everyone. It's gotten my creativity running, juicing up and spilling over, and I did this one, and I really liked it. It was cute. I put a hand inside this flower bouquet holding a bird, and I got all these cutouts. Somebody had asked me where I got these. From what I remember, because I've received several magazines for free from friends who were going through their junk and was going to throw them out, or I picked some up at the doctor's office, or there's a thrift store where they had books and magazines in a box that said take for free, and I was like, yeah. And I found some Harper's Bazaar, which is this magazine, Harper's Bazaar, and it's a little bit bigger than your regular fashion magazine, and it has great pictures in it. I mean, look at that. It's one full page, no writing on it, great to cut out and do stuff with. So that's where I got this girl, from one of these. And the flowers came from one of those Victorian tea time magazines. I'm not sure exactly the name of it, but it's something Victorian tea time or something like that. The little birds was from Birds in Bloom. It's a beautiful magazine. It comes out every 3 or 4 months, something like that, called Birds in Bloom. Beautiful little birds. It's a Bird Watchers magazine. Beautiful pictures in it. I cut those out. These 2 little flowers, this is from Ads. And the orchid wasn't a complete flower, so I covered a spot that was missing with this one. Yeah. And then the bubbles, I like to do bubbles, background bubbles, and if you want to know how to do those, I'll put a link to the video that I have, the tutorial on Bubblicious Bubbles, how to do Bubblicious Bubbles. That's one of my big hit videos, and it's really easy. It looks so hard. It looks like you could grab them, huh? But anyway, that's it on that end. So back to this. I was working on this today, and I thought, well, I should turn the camera on and show you guys how I work this stuff. I really like the way this came out. This came out really cute. Now, over here, I had the idea. This page I got from Ayala, and I was going to make a pocket and stick it right here and have the hand coming out of the pocket. Now, this hand belongs to Katie Stewart. She drew the hand on her envelope. So I painted the back of the envelope and cut out the hand. So I have Katie Stewart's hand, and I was going to put that here. Now, I went and cut this upside down. I should have cut it this way, because that's where the lettering is. But I just folded this in half and made a little bloop, bloop, bloop cut right there, so you could see the inside better. And it's too late to turn it back right side up, so it's gonna stay upside down. Yeah, it's gonna stay upside down. And I'm gonna go ahead and glue this hand here. And I was thinking maybe I need another hand, you know. Let's see, I have I was cutting out some stuff the other night. I like to, when I'm watching TV, I like to sit there and cut out things. Now this is a good hand. Let's see, this girl's got a good hand, but it's kind of little. It's a little hand. Let's see what other ones. Now I like cutting out stuff. The fussy cutting and all that, I like to do it while I'm watching TV. Some people don't like fussy cutting. I find it very relaxing and therapeutic, and that's how I collect stuff. And I do have a binder where I keep all these. Sometimes I cut out more than I'm willing to put up in my binder, which is not a good thing. All right, so we have this hand also. I'm thinking, maybe put it right there. Put this hand right here, or maybe here. And because this one goes like that, and that one goes like that, and this one goes like that. And then put the pocket here and use that as a pocket. But then this one you're gonna lose it. Bring it up some more. Right there. What y'all think? Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. And then I can put other things in there. So we're gonna pick this up, pick this one up, and this one's gonna go right here. Yeah. Alrighty. So I'm gonna get my Mod Podge brush. But before I go in Mod Podge, I was thinking, see, I like to take a pit pen and go around my edges. Now this is covered in Mod Podge already. So when you draw on top of Mod Podge or a matte sealer, the pit pen stays a little bit moist for a few seconds and gives you time to smear it. Kind of like a Stabilo would do, but Stabilo activates by water. And I'm going to be gluing again on top of this, so I don't want it to run. And I also can't find it. I don't know what to do with it. I gotta organize my space, man. It's a mess. I was just thinking, if I die, my poor mom, my sister, they're gonna have my mess to deal with. But then I wouldn't care because I'd be dead. Okay, that kind of sounds morbid, huh? That's the reason why I need to organize and label everything. So like that, when I die, they can just take it outside, either put it in trash and let somebody pick through it, or sell it in a garage sale. I wish I could go to a garage sale like that. Somebody who's crafty and a hoarder in craft supplies. Craft supply hoarders death garage sale. That would be the ultimate experience. Yeah. I could make a dent in that. All right, you see how I'm just going over the edges a little bit here, and just to make the hand pop up out of the background. I'm just going to color that solid black there. Make sure you can see this. Yeah. Oh, it's starting to look 3D, don't it? You can do a lot with hands. You can find a hand in a magazine, just cut it out, and then you can stick something in it, or just do like what I'm doing. Now I'll put a little extra shadow right here, just to show. Now here I kind of smudged it up a little bit, so I'm going to take a wet wipe. Now this is not really that wet, it's kind of moist. And just rub it off. And see how it comes right off. The pit pens do. This is India ink, by the way, and it is permanent. But it takes a little while to become permanent. So you have a few minutes to fix it. Okay, I don't think much else of this hand is going to show, because then I'm going to put this one, and this one is going to go, I gotta put this in my pocket. So this one's going to be coming out the pocket. Should it come out like that? Kind of be cute like that. And then this one could be here. Or maybe here. Oh, I don't know. Something like that. Kind of like that. and I'm gonna have to cut this down here, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. What I'm going to do is glue this one down. So I have my Mod Podge brush, and I'm not sure exactly what kind of brush this is. I saw one like it at Hobby Lobby with the craft paints, but I love this brush. It's been through a lot. It's been through a lot, and it has survived. It survived me letting it dry out completely with Mod Podge on it, with paint on it. So all you got to do is just soak it in alcohol. Like, I let it soak overnight in alcohol and then wash it off with soap and water, and it comes back to life. So I'm going to keep this hand right here and Mod Podge. Okay, we got some fingers up here, right there, right there. I saw Nikki, not Nikki, yeah, Nikki Parr, yes, Nikki Parr, do her hand like this, because she just plain traced it with an ink pen. So what I did was I painted the back of the image and then cut it out. She had drawn it on the outside of the envelope, so I painted the inside of the envelope, and all I did was just throw some airbrush paints. I love using airbrush paints. That's these right here. They're like liquid acrylic paints. They're awesome. And let them swirl around a little bit, and then I splattered it with a little bit of white. Now these are not going to come out perfectly flat, mostly because the page itself is not flat, because I had to, this is from a magazine that I altered, glued 2 pages together. First, every other page, I put a strip of masking tape down here on the fold, and then I glued 2 pages together. Not all at the same time now. I glued 2 here and 2 here and just let them dry. And then for several days, I'd pick it up and glue some more and glue some more until it was all done. If I tried doing one where I glued it all at the same time and it was so nasty looking, it got stuck together, it was a mess. So if you like things a little bit more neat, then yeah, do it a little bit at a time. Okay, I like that. You can see the hand pretty well. Now this one I'm gonna put it like right here. I think right there would be good. And I'll just trim this bottom part. So while I'm holding that there, come on girl, get your hand up. Move your hand up. I'm gonna squirt some Mod Podge right there. Now you don't have to use Mod Podge for this. You can use whatever glue you have. Regular white glue, Elmer's glue. You can even use a glue stick. The only problem is with a glue stick, if you intend on going back over it with wet medium, like paint, they don't do too well. They tend to pop back up. At least I have not had much luck with glue sticks. So I prefer some serious glue coverage like Mod Podge. Now when this dries, I'm going to go over it with the black pen again and outline it to let it pop out. Yeah. So it needs to dry really well. And while it's drying, I'm going to, let's see, what am I going to do? I need to put something there so it won't get stuck. Where's my wax paper? Well, can't seem to find wax paper at the moment, so I got this non-stick aluminum foil that works really well. It just does not photograph well on video. So I'm just gonna put this right there. And this is gonna go here. Now I almost got them all done. There is one, let's see what I did with the other one. Now this is just a magazine picture I had cut. Oh yeah, right here. This one is from Nikki Parr. Yeah, this one's from Nikki Parr. And I haven't figured out what to do with this yet. So, thought maybe I'll do another like model idea or something. Put it in here. Now it's got this big wrinkle down the middle. And it's got some monuments here, which are really cool. The Eiffel Tower, the Parthenon, I think it's called, the Parthenon, the Colosseum, that's what I see. And I don't know what, it's another building right there. Looks like it might have been like, what do you call it, napkin? Yeah, napkin. So I'm going to do something with this. What? I don't know. Don't know. So let me think. I'm gonna drink a sip of my tea. I had pulled this girl up just because she happened to be in the vicinity. I drew her and didn't give her much of a hair thing. So I thought maybe I'll just cut her out. Make her a dress. That would be cute. Let's see, I'm gonna fussy cut her out. Now if you find this part kind of boring, just go ahead and fast forward. Yes, fast forward. Because you're not gonna get any editing from me. Not too good at that. And I probably could get really good at it if I put my mind to learning and how. But I don't want to. I sure don't. I don't want to do it. Nope, not going to do it. Now, if somebody wants to volunteer and do it for me, that's a different story. But I don't know. I would need a very, very simple program for editing. Okay, so I did this page on some watercolor paper, and I can't remember what I did it with. I think this is watercolor pencils. Not too sure. It's been a while. Just happened to find it. And so I got this, I got this. I have a bunch of other stuff from the last Crazy Pages. I got this beauty, and I cannot remember who sent me that. So if you happen to be watching and you recognize one of your pages, feel free to comment, let me know that it's yours. But these right here are gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Look at this. Purple and gold. I should do LSU with this one, but I'm not an LSU fan. And it's perfect to do as a cover also. Maybe not. Maybe so. Don't know. So my girl could look good on any of them. Oh, I like that. This is too much of the same color. This gives it more of a contrast. Okay, what if I did this? I need ideas. Oh, I got another butterfly here. butterfly. And I got a ton of cutouts. Let me bring out this little thing right here that I have. These are the last ones I did, which I haven't filed in my folder yet. Got these watch faces. Those are really cool. Got this girl. She would look cute in a watch face. Got this. This is part of this. I didn't finish cutting it out because I was afraid it was going to tear apart. I would have to like fussy cut it with an X-Acto knife. And this actually goes like, this part of the necklace goes like that. That would look pretty with that. Yes. This and that. That would look awesome. It sure would. Then I have a big face. I kind of like this big face too. Right, this girl takes up too much room. And then I have this big face. Okay, I'm liking this one. That one. And these are some jewels. And this is a necklace that I need to fussy cut, finish fussy cutting. This would take forever. So, boy, it's so hot in here. I know it's in the 90s, probably 92 outside. I like this too. I think this would be a cool background. I didn't fussy cut the animal because I like the background too. Could always outline the animal and just make it more prominent so the background could fall back a little bit. This girl, I like the illustration. I just wish it didn't have this on it. So, you know, gotta find something that will cover it. I don't know. I can never have too many cutouts. Now here's another girl's eyes. That's this girl's eyes, I think. Nope. Sometimes I just cut out some eyes. Oh, what about these girls? They're kind of a little bit on the goth side. Yeah, I like that. I like that better. Instead of concentrating on one face, let's do this group of girls. Okie dokie. So, let's see what we got. I like that. I think this would look awesome. This being fashion, and this is like, you know, European stuff. I don't know if you could see that, but it's got the Eiffel Tower and the Colosseum and the Parthenon, and it just screams Europe to me, old Europe. Right there. With this. Just layering. Making videos makes me high, so I don't do it too much right now. Oh, and then Miss Mon Petit has to come and meow me. Go meow somewhere else, girl. For real. Go. I don't know if you can hear her or not, but I'm not paying attention to her right now. That's what it is. Just not paying attention to Miss Thing. So this covers a whole page. I like that. I like that a lot. Covers a whole page, except for this part down here. Okay. I like this combination. This girl can go hang out over here for right now. The butterfly too. Thinking black background, a white background. You know, sometimes because it's got all this stuff on here. pick this up. I'm gonna go ahead and gesso these pages just to give me a fresher look. This is why I don't do videos, because I'm always changing. I'm constantly changing my mind with this stuff, you know. I don't have a set plan of what I'm gonna do. I have no idea. By the time I get done with my page, it's gonna look completely different than what I thought it would look like. And right now, this is distracting. So I'm gonna gesso it. Now I didn't gesso everything because a lot of it I went ahead and collaged on top of it. But this one is giving me a little bit of a trouble. So I'm gonna go back with my brush that I use, the same brush that I use my Mod Podge on. This is a really good brush. Mod Podge, gesso, whatever. It works. Now I'm just gonna gesso the poo out of it. Gesso the poo out of it. Okay. And I'm not a straight, smooth painter. I like texture. So this kind of thing, these pages are so full of texture anyways because they've been glued with each other and so far. So I'm not worried about having an even texture. I just want to make sure the whole page has some gesso on it. Just bring back that background. I don't want to see all that. And give me some idea of what I'm going to do. All right. Okay. Well, it's still a little wet with gesso. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna put some yellow. I'm thinking some yellow. Like this is a dark yellow. It's called bright yellow, but it's a little bit on the darker side opposed to this. This is like a lemon yellow, but this one is the airbrush colors. I'm gonna put this lemon, not lemon, but maybe like school bus yellow, be like something like that. And I'm gonna throw that on here. Uh-oh, some of it went over there. That's okay. And I'm just gonna swirl it around and cover this page. And it doesn't matter if the gesso is still wet or not. It's paint. It's all paint. It's gonna mix anyways. Yellow is a good color. It goes with anything. Anything you have, it'll go with it. Now, I'm not talking about this particular yellow. It could be yellow ochre. Could be a light lemony yellow. It could be a buttery, creamy yellow. It's a good color for everything. It goes with any paint. As long as your other paints are in the same intensity. Now I don't know if that's correct word for it, but this is not a pastel yellow. This is a strong primary yellow. So you want to go with a strong color. All right, so this is going to get cleaned. Let's see how my girls look. Sorry, my petite. Garbage can fell. Yeah. See, it really looks good. Oh, I need to cut some of that. Need to fussy cut. All right, I'm gonna pick this up for right now so it will dry. Dry. And I got this little cutting board. I think it cost me like $3 at the dollar store. It's at the Family Dollar Store. I could not believe. I have other cutting boards, some big ones, and it's just too much trouble to move everything out of the way so I could put my cutting board down. And this is perfect for fussy cutting. Okay, now what I did was I fussy cut all around them, and it's not perfect. You see some little white spots in places, but on the inside I use my X-Acto, and I cut that out. Now some people just do not want to fussy cut, and you don't have to. Another method that I use when I don't feel like fussy cutting, especially flowers, sometimes flowers I tear them. I tear around them as close to the image as possible. And because it's not a straight deliberate line, it doesn't look so bad. It looks pretty good. It ends up blending. You can blend it with the background. Now even this, I am not a perfect fussy cutter. I'm going to have some edges. They're going to show. There's a little edge right here. But that's easy. That's an easy fix. And then this one. If you don't have a cutting board or a cutting mat, you could use a piece of cardboard too, or an old magazine that you don't care if you tear up. Now, I finished fussy cutting, and there are some spots that are white, and you can see it pretty well with this because it has black. So I'm going to take my pit pen, and this is a brush tip, which actually is even better with that. And I'm just going to go around the edges like this to ink up any white from the paper that's showing, and even give them a little more definition. See, the pit pens are very forgiving too. This is a glossy paper, glossy magazine. I haven't covered it yet with anything, but because it's glossy, it will let you wipe off the pit pen before it completely dries up in case you make a mistake. Like that little slip I just did on my hand. See? Right there. I painted my nails the other day, and it's like a lot of good that does me. Why do I bother? I like getting messy. Messy with art. So today I have off from work, and I was watching some videos, trying to get inspired, and I saw a video by Shannon Green where she's doing some stencils with watercolors, and I thought that was pretty cool. So I just need to go out there and do something, you know. Sometimes when you have no inspiration at all, you don't know what to do something, anything. Just get you a piece of paper and throw some paint at it, squish it around, and see what happens. A lot of times I always need to do something when I'm watching a movie. I watch a lot of Netflix, Hulu, and a lot of YouTube also. And okay, this is, see how some paint got on there? I scraped it off. That was my paint, my yellow fingers from my yellow paint. So I need to do something. Usually I crochet. What else? I crochet, I knit. Oh, I'll sit there and cut out pictures from magazines. and Fussy Cut, all that while watching TV. And lately my shows are finally coming back up. I don't watch too much regular TV. I do watch all the zombie shows. I watch the Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead. And right now, Fear the Walking Dead's on. And I like to watch Better Call Saul, which Better Call Saul comes on Monday nights, and The Walking Dead, the Deads are on Sunday nights. So I have Sunday and Monday nights I watch TV. And then on Hulu, I've been watching Castle Rock, which has got me hooked. And it's a Stephen King novel or story adopted for TV. And it's so funny because it's set in Castle Rock, and I know from years of reading Stephen King that Castle Rock is just the town that he always writes about, even though it doesn't exist. Well, it's also where Shawshank Prison is. So I had to look that up. I said, I don't think there is one, but let me look it up. And sure enough, this Shawshank Prison is Stephen King's fictional prison. And, you know, he doesn't always write horror. I mean, he wrote Shawshank Redemption. Okay, looks like that got rid of some of the little white spots that were around. Or maybe right here. And that just makes everything more neato. Hush, my petite. My kitty cat. I would pick her up and show her to you, but she does not like to be picked up, and I don't feel like getting scratched up. But she just cries because she wants me to play. She wants me to throw her ball around. She likes pom-pom balls. That's her favorite, are pom-pom balls. And she has a couple of stuffed mice that she likes me to throw them around. And she knows when I'm sitting here that I'm not paying attention to her, so she starts her crying. Alright, these girls are done. Let's see, where's my page? This is the page that I put down. Now, someone was asking me, where do I get my inspiration for all those colors? Well, like I was saying, usually I start with yellow. Yellow, yeah. It depends. If I want a wild, crazy background like this one started out solid yellow. See, this one started out solid yellow, and you can still see most of the yellow behind it. Okay? And then what I did was, I did the alcohol resist method, which I don't know if I could show it to you guys right now, because this needs to be completely dry for that to work. So I'm going to blow dry this a little bit, so just fast forward. here is just a regular hairdryer, not a heat gun. You don't need a heat gun unless you're doing things that need to melt. So just because you see a bunch of YouTubers using a heat gun on their videos doesn't mean you need to run out there and get one. They're great for many projects, but if you just want to dry paint, don't worry about it. Use a regular blow dryer. Here's a girl I was looking for earlier. I think she got stepped on. But this one was kind of, I glued it to cardstock so it'd be a little sturdier. And I was going to put a butterfly on her face. Oh yeah, I was going to put a butterfly on her face. Like that. Just because. Alright, so back, focus. Back to this. This is Nikki Parr's paper. And look how pretty it looks on yellow. See what I mean? Yellow just frames everything. You wouldn't think yellow is probably not your favorite color. I doubt you have many things in the closet that are yellow, but it really makes color pop, and that's one thing. So here's back to my girls. It's great background for black, great background for some serious colors right here. Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe putting them, I want to keep those buildings able to see them. So I'm thinking right there. These girls are going to go right there. That looks fabulous, darling. Fabulous. I'm not going to do the alcohol thing, but maybe on this page I should, just to show y'all how easy peasy it is. All right, for this to work correctly, you need to have a non-absorbent surface. In other words, if you're going to do it on paper, make sure you treated it with gesso first so it doesn't absorb the alcohol or water. You're going to use water also. Use a bright background, something light. Always start with yellow, or you can do white. A very light pink, anything light color, pastel color. Any pastel color would probably work out fine. And then what you do is you go to the next color. The reason why I pick yellow is because it would be any color. You could use blue, purple, red, anything on top of yellow and look fantastic. Green, actually blue makes things, will give you green also. So I'm gonna grab a blue one and be right back. Okay. I got this blue, which is an opaque color by Createx, which is water brush, airbrush colors, which all this is liquid acrylics. If you don't have liquid acrylics, you could just take any craft paint. That would be fine. In fact, let me do it with craft paint so you guys can see the results, how it is. So let me find that color, that blue, in my craft paint. And it's just as pretty. Here we go. This is Apple Barrel Cobalt Hue. Now, the trick to this is water. And make sure this is dry. It's a little wet right there. Let me see. I got stuff on here. I want to make sure I'm on frame too. Okay, here we go. It's nice. A little bit on the moist side, but I think it'll work. It's dry to the touch. But you know how it feels kind of cold in spots because it's still wet? But I think we're okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and mix it with, where am I? I don't have anything to mix with. Let's find a little spot. little something to mix on top of. Oh, here we go. It's my palette. My palette. All right, so I'm gonna squirt some blue. This is faux finish glaze. You don't have to use this, okay? You can just use it with plain water, it'll still work. But the glaze gives you a little more time to fool with it. So I'm going to put some glaze. I'm going to take my big brush that I use my Mod Podge on and my gesso with, and pick up some glaze and some blue paint and just mash it around. Okay, and that's about all I'm gonna need for one page. Now this page you could do two ways. Either you could brush on some water, or I just like to spray, just lightly spray a little bit of water on top of it so it's wet, but the water should be sitting on top of the page, not absorbing. And then you paint with your paint. Now you can just use straight up paint. You don't have to put glaze on it, but I like to use a little glaze just to give you enough time to spread it all out. And you don't have to worry about being too even, because once you throw your alcohol on it, it's not going to be even. But I just like doing this. This is fun, relaxing, stress releasing. Okay, so that's watery paint on top of there. And then the next thing, you take alcohol. This kind, 91 isopropyl alcohol. Isopropyl alcohol. This is really cheap. This one's from Walmart. It don't cost more than $2 or $3, and this is a big 32 ounce. You could spray it on here, and it's going to give you these little bitty light. Watch. This is alcohol. See? Voila. Or if you want some big splashes, what I do is just shake the bottle over the picture on top and let big drops fall where they may, and it makes this awesomeness, awesomeness, awesomeness. There. Ta-da! Easy peasy. Now you see how this is happening right here? This might still have been wet, not have dried completely from the beginning, or it may have been too wet. Either way, you never know what you're gonna get. It's really cool. And the best thing to do is just leave it alone and let it dry. Let it dry by itself. But for the sake of this video, I'm pulling out my hairdryer again and going to dry that up. Now, what can I do with this? Don't get in the way. Now, see here, I don't want it to get on this page. So I'm just gonna wipe this down right here a little bit and blow dry my picture. Alright, so there I have a background ready to use. Now, still not too sure exactly what to do with these girls, but I do like the direction this is going to. And I'm gonna wait till this completely dries and see what happened over here. Okay, this is the one that well, it's pulling up some stuff, so I'm just gonna let it sit there and completely dry, and I'll be back when I get some of this stuff done. All right, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.